Of all the simple farmers I have ever seen, this main character was by far the simplest. When he was reincarnated into another world, even though God told him he would grant literally anyone wish he wanted, all he asked for was to live quietly and work on his farming. Specifically, he wanted to farm slowly, in a remote area where no people were around. God was totally surprised by such a humble wish, but he quickly contacted the god of agriculture, and after getting approval, he gave the guy a sturdy body that never gets sick, and an all-purpose farming tool that can transform into any shape he imagines freely. That tool had cheat-like abilities, where he would never feel tired no matter how much he worked. He could easily dig up hard soil or tree roots, and the soil would become super soft after he used it. But now was not the time to celebrate. He had not secured a water source or food yet, and since this is another world, it would not be strange if monsters appeared at any moment. After exploring the surroundings a bit, he found a clearing with a better view. There stood a huge tree, right in the center of the forest, and it looked perfect for setting up a base. The only downside was that there was no river or pond nearby, but without hesitating he turned the tool into a shovel and started digging into the ground. Since his stamina does not run out, he figured if he just dug deep enough, he would eventually hit water. However, he dug so much that he almost could not get out of the hole, which made him panic a little, so he changed his strategy to dig diagonally instead of straight down. Luckily, he hit an underground stream and successfully secured a water source. Now that he had water, next was preparing to make a field, so he decided to clear the surrounding obstacles. He changed his tool into an axe and tried to cut down a tree, but since he had no actual experience cutting trees, he relied on memory, thinking if he cut one side and then cut from the opposite side, the tree should fall safely. When he actually tried it, the tool God gave him had ridiculous power, and the huge tree fell over in an instant. After that, switching to a saw and processing the wood was smooth. It was so easy it felt like he was cutting through tofu. As a result of gathering materials, he got enough lumber to build exactly one small log house. Before he knew it, the sun was setting, and realizing he had no lighting equipment whatsoever, he desperately tried imagining tools like a flashlight or a lighter, shouting them out, but none of them appeared. He finally managed to produce a magnifying glass, but the sun had already gone down by then, so it was meaningless. With no choice, he decided to sleep in a hollowed out tree that night, and while he was at it, he carved out things like a wooden spoon and fork. The night was surprisingly bright, maybe because there were 2 moons floating in the sky. After starting a fire with the magnifying glass and clearing more trees around him, he felt hungry for the first time in this new world. Just as he was about to go search for food, his prey actually walked right up to him. He hurriedly changed his tool into a hoe and struck the rabbit that appeared in front of him. Amazingly, the rabbit's head turned into soil and crumbled away. What was lucky was